Grand Rising. I'm coming back again. I did a reading yesterday. It was more aimed at the younger generation that kind of reaches out and that's on a particular journey and may not have too much understanding, or in regards to the reading I did yesterday has full understanding of where they are right now and that they're on a journey, you know, and they want to follow the creative side. They're fully aware that they need to do something at this stage of their life. They've gone through certain issues in the past that kind of rocked their world. They're recovering or recovered from that situation, be it a physical recovery or an emotional, spiritual awakening recovery. But there's some kind of rebirth to this air sign energy, strong Libra energy, especially with the Empress, who I've come back today because I've picked up another energy, which is this Empress's energy. But in regards to the air sign energy, it's like a mother and child, or parent and child then. And this parent is concerned that this child's not following a higher education, like university or higher. You understand? This child wants to, within their recovery, that Hermit energy, Virgo energy, also, they discovered their higher self, then let's say. They discovered that they've got High Priestess energy or High Priest energy, or they discovered that they've got some form of gift and talent or creativity that they can push forward and become that healing energy, not just for themselves but for others. Now, this Empress energy has got concerns around that. Maybe they feel that's not going to get them where they need to get in life materialistically and the 3D. You know, that's the kind of way that this Empress is looking at things. But this Empress herself is also going through some kind of healing process, aware or unaware. But it's a caring energy. It's definitely a mother energy. The first card out was Empress. Again, in the reading it was clarified by Queen of Coins, which is again Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. And this card also represents Taurus and Libra energy. The overall card yesterday was the Libra card, which is Justice card, which is Libra energy. It says here, surrender to complete healing. It says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional and spiritual healing. And this is what came out when I was clarifying the Empress energy in yesterday's reading. But I felt another energy anyway before that. So this is what's making me come back now. The Heartbeat card, which came out also. This was clarifying the energy of the whole reading in the eyes of the Empress then. She's doing this out of love and care, like the way how she's feeling, even though she can be kind of cold, because the Queen of Swords in the reverse, well, it was the Ice Queen that came out in the reverse. She can maybe sometimes cold in the way how she expresses things to others, but it's coming from a good place, is what I feel from the reading. So I said I want to kind of come back and concentrate, because in order for this air sign energy, this younger person who the reader may resonate with, in order for them to move forward to their dreams and their goals and the things that's going to make them feel more comfortable going forward, and they believe they hit the jackpot. Whoever the reading resonates with yesterday believes whatever the creativity that they've got within themselves that they want to push forward in a kind of business idea, that's the jackpot for them. Within this isolation, confirmation, realization mode that they've been in, they've built some kind of business plan. But what I got from the reading is that they need to put that business plan on paper in order to go forward, because you need to have balance of your physical, like the physical and the spiritual. So it's alright for it to be in mind, but it needs to now be set on paper and presented. And maybe, well, this is where I see the Empress energy was coming into it, but there's an imbalance somewhere between the relationship between the child and the mother, and that's what needs healing. But it needs healing because the mother's also needing healing. Come on, let's see. Temperance. This is the balance that I was talking about. Balance needs to be brought into the situation. So Sagittarius energy, bottom of the deck. Balance needs to be brought into the situation. I'm feeling father energy now, but I was going to say balance needs to be brought into the situation in order for this child to be able to step into the emperor energy, that business entrepreneur energy. He's looking for support right now, or she's looking for support right now, but it's like they almost know that balance first needs to be brought to the pain that they're feeling, whatever the trauma is, whatever that trust was that was broken from yesterday's reading. He knows, or she knows, that healing needs to be brought to it, forgiveness needs to be brought to the situation. I saw that clear as, like plain as day in yesterday's reading. This child just wants to move on from the past. They want to reconcile with them, with their parent. I was going to say their mum. I feel like I'm talking to a mother and son, to be fair. I feel like I'm talking to a mother and son. A lot of creativity. So I'm asking, what's the energy around this complete healing? It says imagination, expression, originality, and passion. Again, I picked up that this Empress energy knows exactly what it is that this son, daughter is going through, in the way that they've gone through their isolation, the realization within themselves about what's causing maybe this reoccurring pattern of that broken trust. She's been there, done that, I'm feeling. So she understands, but it's almost like she's turning a blind eye to the reality of what it is that this child's gone through. Like yesterday's reading, I kind of picked up a vibe of she didn't want this child to make the same choices, then let's say, as that she made. She knew that this child had the potential to go forward and further than her, and that's what she wanted, and that's where the heartbeat is. Like, every mother wants their child to do better than them. Like, you understand, to go past them, in like, that's the aim, innit? But this child in yesterday's reading felt like they never had the support, so it's almost like he's coming back, he's going back to his past in order to regain that to rebuild the foundation, then to rebuild the bond between him and his mother, maybe siblings, maybe even children. A lot of communication needs to be had. This is the real card now. That's that passion. That's something that feels like it's just drying up. This is for the heart. Terrifying. Emotional balance. That's that temperance energy. Then you've got seeing. that awakening energy, that's the isolation energy that this son's gone through, or this daughter's gone through. Someone's had a change of perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. Someone's, during this time of recovery, someone's really gone deep within themselves, gone right back to say zero. Because you have to start from zero in order to know where you're going. I keep saying this, in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you're coming from. And when this person, this son, looks back, he's looking back to a mother energy, empress energy. That's where his healing begins. And he knows that, and she knows that. But she also knows that she also has to come to some form of complete healing herself. I mean, I see the empress and I see the emperor on here. So there's also showing me that there's an energy also around this for her also. Be it there's a father figure in her life, then let's just say, be it her child's father or her father, grandfather, some kind of energy that's around there that shows that there's healing that's needed into this too. Hangman's at the bottom of that. Strength is also needed in this situation. Octopus. The energy of the empress is the octopus. And now, just without reading the book, when I think of an octopus is somebody who's got hands in everything. Somebody who's entrepreneur energy. Emperor at the bottom of the deck. The empress is the mirroring image of the emperor. So it's that same, like we all possess the masculine and feminine energy. When I see the octopus as a card that's saying that this mother is a busy mother. You understand? She's probably got businesses, she's probably got children, grandchildren, she's probably doing home, housework, all of that in one. You know, there's a post that floats around on Facebook and it says that a mother's job is basically everything, all in one. Right now in isolation, some mothers are probably doing homeschooling, you know, everything, especially as a single mother. But there's a lot going on in thoughts. There's a lot going on in thoughts. So I'm going to read this from the book. What more that there to say a little. So this is a water energy, I believe. So it says, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderful perspective mind, paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it is. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries, be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. Okay, so there's that repeating generational pattern again, where a mother doesn't want to see a child make the same choices as they've made in life going forward. Again, like I said, I picked up an energy around this all, where this empress energy also needs healing from. There's an energy around here that's also reoccurring. The card speaks of messy relationships, having to cope with things by yourself. I would say messy relationships equals single parenthood. And again, this card shows a kind of single mother energy to it. There was in yesterday's reading, there was a card saying something about shame or something revealed and exposed. I feel like maybe the relationship broke down between this mother and child. I feel like maybe this mother took something too far. I feel like maybe this mother is the one that exposed their child for wrong behavior. I couldn't pick up on what that wrong behaviour was, but I feel like that's what broke down this connection, why this child felt that they were alone during the isolation time where they began to heal, began to understand where their pain was coming from. I felt this was the child's energy. They came from a drive energy, a energy of no real power to this, to a point now where they're open now. They see me a different way. They're open. Or maybe I'm feeling now that's the mother energy. Or could be a mirroring energy. They're both open now. I feel an energy of that open communication, like the title says, open, honest communication, mature communication. Originally I titled it, You're Never Too Old to Learn and You're Never Too Young to Teach, because I feel like through the separation of this mother and child is brought realizations to not only the child but also to the mother. So I feel like there's healing here. There's a balance to be brought to the situation. Both experiencing the same gift, the same ascension process, just slightly differently possibly. Healing. I'm asking about the real card. So healing is the first card that came out. Forgiveness. That's what it's about. Universal love. So again, I'm definitely back into the energy of the reading yesterday. Definitely. The energy of the reading yesterday is whoever this air sign energy was, this child was, who wanted change in their life, a whole new transformation, probably even changed the way they looked. During that isolation ascension process that they've just recently come from, healing from, I should say, where they want this forgiveness, this new emotional beginning with their family. I feel like there is even another sibling involved. This mother's come to the same kind of conclusion. It says universal love. Protection. So I'm definitely a mothering energy. The number 49 from since yesterday just keeps popping out at me. 49. It's on the card there as well, but for some reason I just keep homing in on it. So I'm asking about what's taking place in the recent past. Like, why is the forgiveness card here? And it says selfish, one-sided, insecurity, stinginess and greed. Again, I picked that up from the last reading, that there were certain financial, someone taking advantage of, not someone else's finance, of their own finances, like overspending, spending wildly, but to other people would have been spending wildly, but to this son or this daughter energy, they were spending wisely. They were putting into their creativity, but nobody wanted to see the creativity side of this individual. They were just seeing it as you're putting your money to waste kind of energy. Current energy of the Empress. So it says liar, one night stand, heartbreaker, revoked offer or proposal. Now I don't know whether this is the energy that's around this Empress or whether this is the energy of the Empress. Tell me more about, I'm going to ask about the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, because I feel it's relevant. Keep looking over, because the Strength card also, the Strength, so there's been a change of perception of this Emperor as well, also in regards to this reading, it's taking Strength. Yeah, something's ended in this situation with whoever this Emperor is, and I believe that it's playing hard on this Empress as well, which is also reflecting on how it is that she's dealing with her children then, and those around her. Impatient, lack of common sense, broken promises. It says unhappy with choices, failed long distance relationships, self-doubt and failure. Yeah, so because I can definitely feel that. I definitely feel like an energy of when someone's got so much on their plate that they can't take anything else kind of energy. That's the energy I feel of this Empress energy here, and I believe it's because of this recent separation or maybe divorce, even because the Death card is which was underneath. That's a complete ending to something and something new. So through this something new, I believe that this Empress is also going through a kind of surrender energy, let go, let God, having to deal with emotions, because I noticed this heart and above her head. She's got love on her mind at the same time as dealing with all that she's dealing with, the optical energy, which in turn is bringing her also to that true healing, that abundance energy, that seeing things differently, knowing that she needs to bring healing to the relationship with her family, with her children, first of all. In order to bring healing in anything outside, you have to bring healing to yourself, and your children are extensions of you. Your children are extensions of you, so if that foundation is what, I doubt any other relationship outside of that can work. Surrender resentments and breath. It says holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Whatever this emperor energy, whatever this emperor energy is, you're needing to find balance within that situation. You're needing to understand why. You're needing to go deep within yourself to complete your healing. So this is why there's a clash, because it's an overbearing kind of love then that you're going to be sending off, because it's almost like you're trying to now make up for what you never had. Is the energy that you're going to give off, especially to your children. It says, beware of what you are projecting. See it there? Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Again, this is mirroring yesterday's reading. Like, equally so. The qualities you don't like are also their own reflections. Understand? I got a feeling like maybe this Empress energy is seeing maybe their child mirroring their father, seeing certain traits that are similar, and that triggers an Empress into that Ice Queen energy that came out in yesterday's reading. So these two energies, and I feel like I'm talking to two air energies, an air sign child and an air sign mother, and there's a clash. So every time this child does something that's going to remind this Empress of the father energy, there's a clash, which causes the friction. But I feel like this air energy son wants to end all of that. He wants to bring healing to the situation in order for him to reach his full potential in life, reach to that creativity, and he's just asking for support from his mother. And I believe that this mother knows the creative side. She knows the spiritual journey that her son's on, and in helping him, you may just help yourself. I feel like there's an energy that you can bring to this air sign son that's going to help him go forward. I picked that up in yesterday's reading. I don't know what business qualities you may have, but those business qualities can help this project that your child has. But first you need to surrender to the complete healing of letting go of resentments of whatever this father energy, be it your father, grandfather, husband, child's father. Let go of that resentment. Relationship change and follow your dreams. I can change my life by changing my thoughts. By changing a thought that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts by focusing upon a better feeling thought. The law of attraction will respond to that thought, and therefore the balance of your thought will now improve. So I feel like it's almost like a relief energy. It's almost like a relief energy. Like I said in a few of my readings, I will always refer to like a blocked pipe. So when something is released, or a sense of freedom, then when something is released, it's easier flow. It's easier for that water to flow. It's easier for the mind to flow. It's easier for this to look less entangled. So this is an opportunity now for somebody to take this opportunity to manifest the things that they want into their life. Manifestation is key right now. Like power to your thoughts. Your mind is the most powerful part of your body. What you give power to, what you give thoughts to, is what you're actually going to see manifest to you. Believe. separation happens for a purpose, and this is divinely guided. Although I've used all 22 major arcana cards, but this is showing me that this is a divinely guided separation. It's something that needed to be separated. It looks like somebody was doing too much all by themselves and it's unbalanced. Balance is being brought back to the situation. Divinely guided. Divinely guided. I'm feeling like I'm gonna come back. I'm just in the mood to do readings. Like, trust me, the new year's just been a different journey for me ever since. So I feel like I'm gonna come back and do an energy reading on this Emperor energy here now. After, because now I'm homing into. So what about the Emperor? But I'm gonna concentrate on the Empress first. Advice going forward for this Empress in regards to this relationship change and follow your dreams. It says, Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Justice. The reason why I say that, it's card number 4. Emperor's card number 4 also. A twist in the tail, the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. That's at the bottom of the deck, that's what I'm reading here. Brother Raccoon. In order to survive, sometimes you must hide, camouflage or mask yourself from those who would know your true nature and exploit you. Like a precious plant, when snow falls, you must go underground, huddle in your sleep, and keep quiet and safe from those who would take you and your cultive and cultivate you and your amazing self for their own reasons. This is not a time to allow yourself to be used by others for their own agendas. Do not think of this as hiding or melting into the forest as a cowardice. It is wise to go to ground for a time now. This is why I am here. I will show you the safe places. I will introduce to you the safe people. In order for you and your ancestry, your bloodline, and anything cherished and rare to live on, you sometimes must hide it away for a time, bringing it forward later so that you flourish. Let me, the raccoon, show you where to go, who to hide out with, and when to hunker down. Your wisdom will not fade. You simply will not be seen for a time in order to survive with your ways. You cultivate your wisdom intact. So I haven't got my glasses on and I'm kind of in the dark. But someone needs to go to a safe place. I'm going to read the next part as well. But that's why I kind of paused when I saw this card come out. And I read what it's about, because this is a kind of new deck for me. But when I read a safe place to go, and I can see the energy of the reading, Emperor energy. I was homing in on his energy before this card even pulled, so I was picking up on that energy. I just didn't want to bring it into the reading, but it came out anyway, and that's why the protective energy is coming out. Now I don't know whether this is a mother and a child situation, where a child is being overbearing, overpowering to a mother. If that's the case, that's wrong. Either way, it's wrong. Even if it's a husband with a wife, or a child's father with a baby's mother, or a child's mother, parent to child, whatever situation is wrong. but there's a need for someone to lay low, to just recuperate, recover from the situation. It's okay to that's where this will is. Go into the unknown. Because someone's just not got the willpower no more. Someone needs to go and recuperate. Someone needs to go and rejuvenate themselves. Rest and rejuvenate. Card number 4. Rest and rejuvenate. 4 of Swords energy. Energy again. Someone needs to speak out through the things that they've gone through in order to release what it is that they're feeling. There's a lot of blue around. There's a lot of blue. Blue is that communication, that creativity, like it says. You understand it? That changing of perspective, changing how you see things. Hold on. Let me keep reading. It says, do not speak, adapt, make intelligent choices, and hide your precious self of knowledge for a time. It says, working on a new project, do not speak of it to others for now, at least. You will dissipate the energy. More terrifying, you run the risk of it being stolen or let's just say stolen. You run the risk of it being stolen, and you also run the risk of worrying about it, which is, in itself is energy zapping. Keep a beautiful secret between you and your universe, and continue to do your work. It needs your attention and energy right now. Do not give it all away. Keep it close, fresh, new, and exciting, and stay well under the radar for the time being. Be adaptable for now. Keep the mask closed. You are highly intelligent. You will have a perfect place to hide out, a place to stay safe, a place to preserve yourself and your treasure. This going to ground will not be a forever, and whenever it emerges, you will be reborn, ready to come from a heart-centered space. With more need and hide. With no more need to hide. So this energy needs to be balanced. This is the energy that I'm seeing. This Empress energy needs to be balanced. I feel like the Sun energy, the Air Sun energy, is kind of been doing that healing process already. It's the reason why now he's moving towards his mother energy to bring forgiveness. He wants to show her that, look, I forgive you. Whatever it was, I forgive. She needs to accept that and put herself into a safe place. I almost feel like this Sun energy is convincing this mother to go into a safe place. I keep hearing refuge. That's what I keep hearing. Someone needs to go into a refuge where you've got the help and support in order to heal from whatever this kind of abuse was, because that's what I'm picking up all over the board. I'm picking up empath and narcissistic relationship. Definitely picking up empath and narcissistic relationship here. So we've got Father Sky, trust in the unknown. I'm asking to clarify the Brother Raccoon card. It says trust in the unknown. This is a protective energy. Arrow. It says surround yourself with protective energy. Listen, there's a strong energy, and I can't even show you what I'm feeling right now. there's a strong energy that someone needs to take themselves and their treasures, whatever your treasures are to you, and put yourself in a safe place. That's the energy of the reading. I mean, I sound calm because it's not my energy, but I feel it in my gut. That makes me know it's somebody's energy. I can feel it all over my body right now. My body's tingling for somebody right now. And within that space, within that time, you will have the right people around you. You're going to draw the right people towards you, and you're going to be able to reach the goals that you want within yourself, that creative side of you. Like, it's not all about the material world. I felt it in yesterday's reading too. Somebody's all about the material world. Let that go. It's not about the material world. This is a spiritual thing. People's talking about World War One, two, three. You see, World War this. It's a spiritual warfare. Forget what you've got around you. If this COVID-19 Corona hasn't showed us all something, is that we're all in this situation together, no matter what you've got in the bank. You understand? Forget the material world. Yes, it's nice to have your nice things. Of course, I like to have my nice things around me. Of course we do. But what's within you? Forget about what's around you. What's within you? Forget your materialistic world. Take what you need and put yourself into a safe energy. Into a safe energy. This energy around this Emperor's energy at this time in regards to this Emperor and this relationship change. Fell on my seeing card. It says the Enchanted Sea, card number 46. I'm going to pause and come back. Alright, card number 46. So it says, stepping into the unknown without a map, moving beyond your comfort zone, choosing to do things differently, trusting in the ebb and the flow of life, being in the dark and letting courtesy lead the faith that all will be well. Listen, this reading is just ringing of it. It's ringing that someone needs to put themselves in a safe place. It's ringing of somebody haven't looked arrow. Someone doesn't know in what direction they're going in. But all you need to know is that it's going to put you in that Six of Swords energy. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who understands what I'm saying. It's going to put you in a peace of mind where you can reset yourself, rebuild your foundation in a more comfortable way. The cards are saying it's not a forever deal. It's only a temporary situation. And once you're able to balance yourself, this temperance energy, it's going to take patience, of course it will. Then you can step out into the world again, to the known again, with a new you. It's almost like going into that rabbit cave and coming out with so much more knowledge and understanding about yourself and the situation and the whys and the whos and the whats and all of that. But the readings indicating wherever you are now is not a safe place in order for you to align yourself with. It's draining you. It's draining you dry. That's the energy of this. And this is the reason why you're unable to heal the relationships around you, because you're still dealing with all this resentment that's within you. It says your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that, a safe, familiar harbour. You finally come to it in yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what is available right now, where you've landed in life. However, it is not one of those times. Like the archetype hero journey, the universe is inviting you to step into the uncharted waters. Sometimes it is stirring adventures, is calling. You may want to resist the urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone, but embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. Navigating the enchanted aspects of yourself means you won't have a map, because no one else has ever been there. Understand what I'm saying? This is indicating somebody needing to go to a safe place. Why? Because the situation and the people that's around you are unstable and trying to draw you into their web. On this journey, you cannot rely on the help you would typically expect from others who have gone before you. This new territory is yours to explore. You're invited to be a pioneer, a path maker, a magical I know what it is, you know, choreographer. Who draws your map with your own life forces as a link. So basically, it's saying that you need to call upon outside energy now in order to help you get to where you need to go. We're talking about support workers, we're talking about maybe, I don't know, teachers, doctors. You're needing to get advice, seek help. You're needing to seek help in order to break free from whatever the situation is that's draining you, physically, emotionally and spiritually draining you. Wherever someone is coming from, they're coming from afar. So this is something that's long-standing. This is the day to dive into a novel experience and fully immerse yourself into the new. You don't know what this sea or possibility has in store for you. So stay curious and refrain from judgment of the need to label. Give yourself the time and freedom to be curious, without the limitations and boundaries projected by the memories or expectations. You are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. You understand? Once you reach to where it is that you need to reach to and get that water that is much needed, you wouldn't believe what's inside of you. Trust me, you wouldn't believe what's inside of you. That's just waiting to just explode out. Just waiting to explode out. But once you've got all of these blockages, of whatever this comfort zone was to you then, trust me, I hear you're gonna flow. You're gonna flow. Don't allow the fear of the change hold you back. Don't allow the fear of the change to hold you back. Observing, getting evidence and spying. So I'm asking what happened in the most recent past. So basically the energy that it says alone in peace. Understand? Purifying detox. I'm going to clarify this card, but what I'm getting from here, even to the way how the cards is showing itself, there was an energy, or somebody had some kind of surveillance camera. They were doing some spying, maybe on this Empress. Is what I'm picking up on. When this person was alone, when this Empress was alone, this is how I'm seeing the cards, how it's showing itself to me. You understand? Someone's surveilling somebody's space. It says alone in peace, and it says observing, getting evidence and spying. Someone needs to detox from that energy. That's why the purifying detox card is up. about this. That's the change. That's what needs to change. It says spring renewal. So maybe something took place last spring, or maybe something's coming into fruition. Something's being brought to life in this spring. But whatever it is, that's what's gonna propel you. Whatever this is, it's gonna propel you to where it is that you need to go. I don't know where that card just flew to. Oh. Mending a broken heart. Whatever this is, it's gonna propel you. Whatever someone thought was gonna break you is gonna make you. Don't want to hear your excuses. So I'm asking, what's the current energy of this Empress's broken heart? It says, don't want to hear your excuses, and it's falling on the Rule card, the Forgiveness, the Protection card. This Empress doesn't want to hear anything from anybody. This is why the Queen of Swords, Ice Queen, came out in yesterday's reading, because this Empress is in a cold energy. Cold energy. Like, whatever this is, she's got nothing good to say right now. She don't want to hear it from anybody. Tell me more about this. It's all falling on the Rule card. It says holiday love, blissful. Listen, I got one song here and it says heartbreak. It says heartbreak. Do not take it pretty worse. Fling it on the left and you fling it on the left and you fling it in reverse. But young girl, do not do it pretty first. Listen, don't fall into the trap. Purify yourself. You're in that purifying detox energy. Somebody is looking to have some kind of holiday love bliss, or this is because of a holiday love bliss that somebody saw somebody having when they were away. But whatever it is, it's about that. But that's rebound energy. Don't try to rebound your heart. Don't do that, because you're only going to bring forward the same pain that you're trying to leave. And if you're in a safe place right now, do the work. Use that time to build yourself, to heal the things that you need to heal, especially this relationship with whoever this child energy is. Tell me more about it. Ascension. Grow. Use this time to grow. Ascend. Look at where you're going. Look at where you're coming from, and look at where you're going. What is it that needs healing within yourself to warm up that cold energy, that cold-hearted energy? Maybe at this time it's not a bad thing, because you need the energy in order to push through and rally on to the next step. But at some point you're going to need to let it go. You can't be cold forever because of whatever this past situation is. Because then you let the enemy win. Then you let that vampire energy drain the goodness out of you. That empath, that compassionate energy that's within you. Your intuition, like, it'll all be muddled up. Get straight within. Get straight within. Set your boundaries for yourself that others can follow. Yeah? Fast lifestyle. Depends on how you want to look at that. Depends on how you want to look at that. Take it as it resonates. Purifying detox, right? Purifying detox, right? Mothering figure. Pregnancy. Maybe there's somebody who's pregnant in this situation and they just need to detox their body, purify their body, emotionally, physically and spiritually. Emotionally, physically and spiritually. Yeah. In the shadow, red string of fate, breaking up. Listen. If there's a pregnancy involved, put yourself in a safe place. You understand? Because now you're in charge of this life. There's nothing this child can do to protect themselves. If this is if I'm talking to an empress that's actually pregnant right now, there's nothing that that child can do to protect itself from whatever this situationship is about. But what you can do between now and then is use this time wisely to heal yourself from whatever this is. Bring your baby forward safely. Within that time, you heal. Listen, I always say, the Most High don't do nothing for nothing. 9 months, 10 months, depending on how you want to look at it, you're pregnant. You have that time, even if you're a first-time mother or a 10-time mother. You understand? That whole 9 months process, your body's going through a change, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Use this time that you're going through right now, even if it's a rebirth energy. A rebirth energy. I always say, rebirth energy for me. I notice within my own readings, my personal readings that I do. It's like a 9-10 months period, and then realization start kicking. That fire comes in the belly, and people are ready to ignite it. You understand? Use this time to heal. Don't use this time to rebound, because then you're only gonna transfer energy, carry energy over into this. You're just gonna just go through the whole cycle all over again. You need to surrender to complete healing. That was the card from yesterday. Perfect alignment. Tell me more about this spring renewal. Spring renewal here. This Empress. Rekindle just came out, but that's the fast life. That's what I'm hearing. That's the fast life. But it's somebody's dream. That's what somebody wants. Somebody wants that. And the cards are indicating that can happen. But at first, you need to do the healing on yourself, because the reason why this separation has happened is because it's not balanced. It's an imbalanced situation, and if it means that you're having to go into some kind of safe place, it means that you was drawing the short end of the stick, and the Most High has collapsed this whole operation and saying, do the work on yourself. Ascend. That's the card that came out. Ascend. Don't rebound, don't bounce and bounce back. You understand? Ascend. And if it's really this renewal, rekindle that you're wanting, then it's saying in the spring. But it's also coming with fire. So it could just be a fire sign that you're talking to, or that you're connected to. I mean, the Emperor is Aries energy. Sagittarius is Temperance is Sagittarius energy. But right now, the situation is blocked off. It's blocked off because the Most High is saying that two people are not ready in order to be in a divine connection. Because Emperor and Empress energy, if you look at it, is a divine connection, but it's unbalanced. It's not stable. What's the advice going forward? Look at that. Again, the womb card. It says connect with your womb. Again, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's pregnant. Somebody needs to get away, far away, and grow their baby. Hold on, one more fast one now. Protect your child whilst it's inside of you. Detox your energy. It says drink tea. Detox your energy from all of this toxicity, whatever it was all about. strings attached, lack of clarity, taker, kiss out. I'm asking about what the toxicity was about. Gift with strings attached, lack of clarity, taker, and someone just outright taking the pee out of someone's life. Said, who wants that? Especially when you're carrying a child. When you're carrying a child, that child feels everything emotionally and spiritually. And if this is a physical thing, physically too. Come on. Grow your child. It says connect with your womb, connect with your unborn child. I'm feeling. This is somebody who's pregnant right now and needs to put themselves in a safe place and heal the relationship with their existing children. Material needs, ego, large vanity and selfish. Let it go, because I'm asking to plan a vacation. Leave these things behind. If you can't take it with you, let it go. The Most High will return it to you tenfold, because this is part of your alignment, this is part of your journey, this is part of the Most High and the Divine's intervention to crumble whatever this situation is in order for somebody to ascend, regenerate, recharge, recuperate, recover, have their child and come back again. Alright, I'm back again. I'm going to put this down as a part 2. I done one, I started this one that's down already this morning. It came off of a reading that I did yesterday in regards to the younger generation. I just felt an urge to do a reading for the younger generation that reaches out and that may be a spiritual ascension, realization kind of energy. It's just been playing on my mind for some time now. So I did that, and within that I picked up on the energy that's up already and uploaded. Within that reading I picked up on the energy of an empress. I was definitely picking up 2 different energies, even though my intentions were set for the younger generation. I got that information, hopefully it resonates with somebody and the information can help. But then I also picked up on the second energy of this empress. So I pulled, there was 3 cards that came out that stood out to me, so I took those and brought it forward in this reading so I can put on that energy. Whilst I did that, the reading, again, I'm going to upload it. Hopefully it should be up the same time as this one, if not a little bit before. The energy I picked up on that is that this empress needs to seek refuge in her solitude. She needs to literally seek refuge in her solitude. She literally needs to seek help from outside of herself for a hot minute through whatever authority figure to put herself and her children in a safe environment. I feel like I'm even talking to an empress that may be expecting a baby, that needs to connect with her child at this time and do what's best for herself and her child that she's going to bring forth. I picked up on this energy of the Emperor. He's at the bottom of the deck. I said I'm going to come back and do a reading in regards to the Emperor energy that I also picked up within the reading. Just after I said that is when the information that this Empress that I'm picking up on needs to go within herself in a safe place, away. Like if you go back on the other reading, there's a kind of energy where this Empress was literally energetically drained by whatever this situation was, this breakup was with this Emperor, and because of the heaviness of that relationship and the breakup and the separation of that relationship, it's reflecting on her relationship with others, especially her children. The first reading I did, which was for the younger generation, again is titled Open and Honest Communication. Within that reading there's a kind of clash between mother and child, whereas this Empress energy is noticing certain traits within this air sign energy, this child energy, or maybe their father. you know, a case of like father, like son kind of energy, which is triggering certain energies within this Empress, which is breaking down the relationship between mother and child. But it's just a nudge from the divine to say that there's healing that needs to be done. I believe that this child has come to certain realizations and wants to heal the past, whereas this mum, this Empress, is stuck within the past. She's still stuck because she's very much in a situation that needs healing ASAP. But I had to go. I had to sort out some things and bits and pieces for today. Card wants to come out. Came out in the reverse. It says Knight of Cups. Charming, but it was in the reverse. So that to me would be like the Knight of Cups. Well, that's what it is. The Knight of Cups, but it was in the reverse. I'm going to keep it as it was. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse is a kind of, I don't even want to say manipulative, but very young, thoughtless energy. Not much emotion in the situation. There was an energy in the previous reading where somebody's been spying on somebody, like had cameras around, recordings, pictures, evidence. Was the energy. So we've got the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, yeah. Six of Cups is the energy of the past. Past memories, nostalgia energy, looking back. So I feel like this Empress is looking back. Two more cards. So, Page of Coins. Hangman. This is a repeating energy. I think this is underneath the Emperor. Yeah, Hangman. So there's a decision that needs to be made. Again, tell me more about this Hangman energy. Eight of Wands, fast movement. Someone needs to make that decision to leave a situation that means that there's no emotional, there's no fulfillment within the situation. Emotional escape. For somebody's peace of mind, somebody needs to just let go, let God. Let go, let God. Somebody needs to make a fast movement, make that decision to move past whatever this abusive situation was, because that's what the card said in the previous reading. This is a situation that's emotionally draining. Whether it's physically as well, I don't know, but there's a need to connect with your womb, put in the need of your children and maybe your unborn child and your rebirth ascension first, before this Emperor energy, this overpowering energy. Tell me more about this Page of Coins, this Page of Coins. I feel like there's an offer for somebody to go to a safe place, to be in a safe place with what they need in order to recharge, rejuvenate, recover from whatever the situation is. Three of Wands, that's the opportunity right there. Three of Swords, sorry. Healing from the situation. There's an offer to be healed from the situation. Tell me more about this Three of Swords. King of Cups. King of Cups is a water energy. Abundance, Nine of Coins in the reverse. I feel like someone's fearing the change. There was a kind of energy of somebody fearing to leave what they're comfortable, that comfort zone, what they've been used to. So maybe this situation, as hectic as it is and as it has been, is somebody's comfort zone, but it's not right for somebody. It's not right with their emotions, for somebody's mental health, for somebody's emotional well-being. someone's going to find their abundance in their isolation, in being single, in being separated from the situation. I believe that's the Empress's energy. Tell me more about the Six of Cups energy. Ask me more. So I'm definitely back into the readings that I was in. This is falling on top of the Emperor. In reverse, it says Page of Swords, the drama. Perfect alignment. Someone's looking back to the drama, the name calling, the spying, the gossiping, all of that. Someone's looking back to all that they've been put through. Tell me more about this. Now, Cups energy. Now, Cups energy. Two of Cups, divine union. Some people ain't even speaking about half of the things that they've gone through. Five of Swords. Be careful of this Knight of Cups in the reverse coming. It's a manipulative energy. It's almost an energy trying to suggest that there's a change almost. Or at least someone's being swayed by their own memory into staying into this comfort zone. That's obviously not healthy in regards to this reading. It's not a healthy situation, but it's almost, I get the feeling that someone's trying to convince themselves that of their comfort zone. They're trying to make themselves comfortable within their comfort zone. That always, so there's two ways to sort things out. It's either you leave and get strong, or you stay and get strong. But this reading is calling for whoever this is resonating with. It's not possible any longer to stay and get strong. It's necessary now to leave and get strong. No more effort needs to be put into this situation. It's like, stop thinking about it now, especially to heal the situation between mother and child. It's time to stop thinking about it now. Stop the self-imprisonment. If you want this non-eggshell living, it's time to come out of your head with the Eight of Swords, self-imprisonment. It's time to come out of your head now for this abundance, for this happiness, for this new love. This new love of self, this new love with your children. High Priestess, energy, intuition. Stop going against your gut instincts, do what you know is right. This card also came out in yesterday's reading, open and honest communication. This is the energy, this is the Empress that is going against her intuition, failed to stay in this High Priestess energy for self. And now that a child is going through the same energy of this High Priestess energy, of this facing their shadow side and doing that shadow work and coming to those realizations, now that this child is doing the work and is doing the healing that this child is needing, there's a resistance from the Empress's energy. But you can't paint two people in the same brush. If this child is doing the work and comes to the understanding that of what they need to do in order to reach to their levels of abundance and goals and dreams in life, then that's what they need to do. They're following their intuition, and you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. Learn from this child that's coming towards you, asking for forgiveness and to clear the past. And you also need to do that within yourself in regards to a fathering energy. The full new journey ahead on the horizon. I just see fear in taking this new step forward. I feel like someone's going to be convinced by this page that's coming towards you as a page. Someone's going to be fooled by the energy of change. Oh, I've changed. What's the intentions of this King of Cups? The Fool card. It's in the reverse. It says the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands in the reverse. In the upright it says intimacy. In the reverse, I mean in the traditional tarot, when you see the Knight of Wands, he's actually holding the wands and he's moving really fast. That's fast movement. In the reverse, it's a narcissistic energy. It's somebody that says one thing and means the next. When I ask the intentions of this King of Cups, Knight of Wands is in the reverse. That's not a good energy. That's an in and out playboy kind of energy. Could even become very physical kind of energy, argumentative kind of energy, fast action kind of energy. Tell me more about the intentions. Seven of Coins, delays. Delays through drama. It's that same cycle all over again. So whatever it is that you're in contemplation about in regards to moving away from, there's no change in the situation. Absolutely no change in the situation I'm feeling right now. It's just another ploy to lure you in order to repeat the cycle all over again. That's the control of a narcissistic that they like to have over. Four of Swords. This is a time for you to rest and rejuvenate from all that's been and all that you need to overcome. That's where you're going to find your victory. That's where you're going to find your Six of Wands. Within this meditation, rejuvenation energy is where you're going to get those aha moments, those what it is that you need to actually do, those communications from the divine. That's when you can turn this High Priestess energy in the upright. Right now it's in the reverse because somebody's very much in their head, very much living on a very eggshell kind of lifestyle, which is causing stagnation. But there's a need for rejuvenation, meditation, recovery, far away. Again, going back to the previous reading, where no one knows, even the most trusted needs not to know where you're going right now in order to recuperate from whatever this is. Tell me more about the The Lovers, Divine Soulmates in the reverse. I just see fear of change all over this. Ace of Swords. The Moon in the reverse. Tell me about this Ace of Swords in the reverse. The Moon in the reverse. Queen of Wands. There's something that's coming out in regards to a Queen of Wands. Again, that's that fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. So there's some form of clarity coming to light in regards to a Queen of Wands. Could be third party energy. Ten of Swords is in the reverse. Whatever the situation is or was, is what's brought somebody to this rock bottom kind of energy, this heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal energy. could be a Leo energy. Queen of Coins. Nurturing energy. There could be a child, there could be a young child that's involved. I say that because I see a cub almost. Although it's just a reflection, it's showing the strength that you have within yourself, the inner power that you have within yourself when you get in touch with your inner child and connect with the children that's around you, the children from you. As a mother, as this mothering energy, this Queen of Coins energy, I feel like someone needs to get in touch with that fire energy within themselves. Maybe someone's got fire in their chart. Clock. Need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal and progress. So I feel like maybe someone's got Leo within their chart, but I feel like this is a Libra energy, possible Taurus energy. Going back to the reading that I did yesterday, in regards to open and honest communication, that was definitely, I felt, an energy of a air energy, but a cold energy, somebody who's holding on to resentment, which came out in the previous reading to this part 1. But tell me more about this Queen of Coins energy. Ascending. It is transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phases, preparing for union. I feel like that's a preparing for union with self. Like this, whoever this reading is resonating with, before any union I feel can ever take place, there's so much healing that needs to be done. First of all, the reason there's an ASAP energy that someone needs to put themselves in a safe place, themselves and their children. The card, when I read the book, it said that someone needs to take themselves and their treasures to a far place. If you watch the reading back, I read it from the book. There's a need, like an emergency need, that someone needs to quickly put themselves into a place that's safe for them and their children in order to get through this ascending, this energy that's taking place right now. This is showing that there's a strong soul tie connection, a soul divine union, the card says. And anything that's breaking down, that feels divinely guided, of course it's gonna hurt. But there's a necessary need that someone needs to take what fire energy they have within themselves and ignite that within themselves. Understand who you truly are. And don't allow whatever the situation is that you need to remove yourself from make you feel any less than what you really are. The moon card's here and it says girl with the snake, so there's information coming out in regards to empath and narcissistic, being charmed or used, enabled boundaries. So that's what's coming to light, and that's what's rocking somebody's foundation right now. That's what's rocking somebody's world. There's definitely third party energy. More about this girl with the snake. there's multiple options, not fully focused on you, and it says vacation just for the two of us. So maybe there's an empress here that's found out, or something's come to the light in regards to their emperor, because the card flew directly over on the emperor. I take note of all of that. Having multiple options, not fully focused on the connection with them, which has caused, that's the third party energy that's broken down this situation. Somebody's been, yeah, I feel like somebody knew about the situation and just went against all that they were feeling. Sleepless nights, lack of energy drained, that raw energy that came out in the last reading, that emotionally drained energy, overthinking the situation of what's taking place, maybe with an emperor and somebody, a third party on a vacation. Inner demons, addictions. Somebody wanted to, there's addicted, I'm just remembering another reading, so that I did some time ago now. Someone's having to face this energy, that dark energy of a codependent energy, a coping mechanism energy that doesn't work, that hasn't been working and needs looking into. Childhood demons came out in the reverse. That's that nostalgia energy and looking up an ex. It's almost like a repeated cycle energy. The wrong card. This is the trauma card, and it fell right over on the Emperor. So maybe this is stemming back to zero. When I say stemming back to zero, I'm talking about maybe this is not even about the ex or the ex-ex. Maybe this is about childhood trauma, moving past whatever this father energy has done, left a stamp on the mind. Whatever's gone, it's almost, I get the feeling of repeated patterns. So maybe as a child you saw your father behave a particular way with your mother. As you've gone into relationships, you've seen this mirror within your own relationships. Cycle after cycle after cycle. And now is the time to change. Because now your children are even now watching. And maybe that's why this Empress is seeing a kind of like father, like son kind of energy. Which is causing this Empress now to be triggered and looking into herself, and how it may not just be that it's like father, like son energy, but this is something that she's seen pattern to way before even this ex. Repeated patterns to codependency of a comfort, of a familiar energy, which is not healthy for anybody involved. Tell me more about this childhood, Spirit helps from above. This is somebody who, like I said, even they know the spiritual ascension that their child is going through, because they themselves have been going through the spiritual ascension since a child themselves. Chain can't break free, and it fell over on the elephant card. That's on through another deck from the other reading. Tap into your intuition. You've got the power to break free. You've got that fire within yourself that I was speaking of. You've got that fire within yourself. You just need to ignite it. That confidence to secure your heart space. But you need to do it in an environment that's safe. That's not easy to get to, because I'm going to come back and do an Emperor reading in regards to this reading, the Emperor energy is here. But there's a need to secure yourself and your treasures, as the card read. Your family, I feel that is. Somebody's not tapping into their intuition, somebody's not doing what they know is right for them. But the Most High is trying to steer you, the Divine is trying to steer you in that right direction. This is not to break you, this is to make you. It might feel like a breaking down energy or a break up. But you'd be surprised, like I said, within that birthing time, within that 9 to 10 months energy, you'd be surprised where the Most High will push you, will bring you. Letting go of the past. That time with yourself, that time with your friends, your family, the ones that mean you well, the ones that's here to help you ascend, and not the ones that's trying to keep you in a regressed energy. It's what you put in is what you're going to get out. People, places and things. It's time now to remove yourself from people, places and things for the new, for this blessing, for this Empress rebirth energy that I picked up in the last reading. This is not the end all. This is not your destination. This is just a part of the journey. This is letting go of past mistakes, and it flew over. Letting go of past mistakes. It says date nights are needed. Maybe there's an energy that the Empress is. Maybe there's a second option even for this Empress. Then maybe because this energy of another person or date nights, and there was something that came out in the last reading, which I kind of said, don't do the rebound. There's no point in doing the rebound. It's time to ascend, not bounce. Ascend. Learn from. And then when you do the work within yourself, when you put that love and attention within yourself and give yourself these date nights, give yourself this love and attention, whatever's going to come towards you, because it said something around the springtime, a renewal or a rekindle within the springtime. I don't know whether it's with this ex or whether it's with the ex that came up in regards to this trauma energy, this facing your shadow energy. But regardless, it's too much messy. It's too sticky to even put yourself into another relationship, because otherwise you're going to be carrying the same trauma with you. Because there's a clear indication that somebody needs to surrender to complete healing from whatever this repeated pattern is. Longing for you. There's an energy of somebody longing for you. Surprise love gifts. It could be that someone's going to be getting flowers, presents, all kinds of things, just to lure them into a way of feeling again. But if this is a repeated pattern and it's something that you've seen since childhood to now, then you know that it's just, you know what it is. It's that pattern again. I'm going to fall upon the outcome now. So I'm trying to fall outcome for. So once you put yourself in a safe place and you're in that manifestation mode and what it is that you want to do next. If I'm talking to somebody who's pregnant at this time, somebody who's going through issues with their children, codependency at the bottom of the deck, what is it that somebody needs to do now? What's coming towards this Empress energy in regards to the energy of this reading? It's coming towards towards this Empress in regards to the energy of this reading. Alright, so we've got wedding and we've got trust. Trust came out also yesterday. And we've got new love, and it fell on the change and break free, which was clarifying the energy of the spirit helps from above. You understand? So this is divinely guided. Whatever this wedding is, because this is the center of the outcome, it's like a divine union. You understand? So that work is being put in. So somebody's going to make that right decision for themselves and for their children. And there's new love coming in. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. But trust. It says trust that this situation is calling for you to have faith. Wedding. This situation involves a marriage. At the bottom of that deck says heart-to-heart conversation. So it says destiny and past life. So again, this is the energy of a past life connection, a strong connection of soulmate connection. Or it could just be somebody, or it just needs, what I feel is whoever this reading is resonating with, Empress energy, that needs healing from this childhood trauma, from reliving that pattern, that cycle after cycle. It's not your destiny. You nothing is set in stone. Is the energy I feel. Nothing is set in stone. So you create your own destiny. You create your own memories. Things that we see in life are just there to guide us and you know, show us things within that energy, but we don't have to go with it just because it's familiar to us. Once something is wrong, it's wrong. If something don't feel right, it just don't feel right. In the reverse. This came out in the reverse. I don't always take certain cards in the reverse, certain decks, but when I feel the energy, I leave the energy, and I felt like it was meant to fall out in the reverse. That's 522. Young female. Union and short term. Honestly, what I'm feeling like is that it's this emperor energy that's got this young female connection, but it's something short term. There's no union there. I feel like that's where the union is. Honestly, tell me more about this here. Ice King, karma. Tell me more about this destiny. Soulmate and work. It's a work in process is what I'm hearing. This situation with this Ice King, pairing from yesterday's reading with the Ice Queen, this Emperor energy, because it's an authoritative energy, the Ice King is, King of Swords energy. There's definitely this is destiny. Whatever this is karma. This is something that's divinely guided. This is something that has to happen. If there's a third energy, a third party energy that this emperor is entangled with, it's only something short term. It's here to teach him or teach you both how to be within self first and then within union. It's here to bring balance. So the Sagittarius energy I'm playing again. Tell me more about this past life. Look at that, twin flame. But it's questionable. This connection is questionable because there's a resistance for change. I'm going to leave it as it fell, but then could just see this. So, caught in that at the bottom of that deck. After that, mature man. When I done the reading earlier, I got an overall energy here. I want to get an overall energy of what's to come for this Empress, or whosoever this reading is resonating with. Masculine or feminine energy. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't pull a second overall, but everything for me happens for a reason. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull an overall energy of what's to come. What's this current energy now of what's to come for this Empress. Got 2 cards. Individualization and fear. There you go. That's the same thing that the reading is saying. So that's the current energy. So 1 second. Again, it's that same energy. And I only wanted 1 card, but again, it's because I mixed the question. I asked for the current energy and the overall energy of what's to come. So somebody is getting in tune with themselves, with their individuality. I can't even say the words. With their true authentic self, with who they truly are, in regards to the life they've had to live, the circumstances, all of that. All of this idleness that's been going on. Like, somebody's worrying up. You understand that? So I was just staring at the image and how strong this person is. This Empress is a strong energy. She's a strong energy person. But there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear, but where's that fear coming from? You understand? Where's that fear coming from? That's a fear within. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Stand strong. Face that toe to toe. Face that fear toe to toe. Head on. Head on. Alright, this is where I'm going to get the overall. Just for the Empress. Two cards. Fortune. Card number 28. And adaptability. Card number 1. I'm going to read them both. Secrets is at the bottom of that deck. So it says empowerment, and the empowerment message. When you set intentions for how life could be different, better, fuller, juicier, prosperous, creative, more meaningful, etc., adaptability is the power you would need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one who is used to your comfort zone, is now invited to dance in an uncharted territory. The question to ask yourself as you step into the unknown are, who do I need to become in order to experience this life I desire? What in me needs to shift so that I can welcome this amazing abundance? You may want to pull an extra card after your reading. A message from another goddess may grant you further insight into your answers. That's why the second card's come out, Fortune. So it says, know you have everything you need right now. You are aligned with the Celtic shapeshifter goddess who could move effortlessly between our world and the world of fairy. Her power of adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Alignment message. Sometimes you find yourself unable to respond to life's challenges because you are holding on too tightly to an image of how things should be. It's hard to adapt to change circumstances when you are so connected to familiar conditions or an old identity, or you may be too attached to the form of your desired outcome, and when things go in a different direction, you resist how you fare. You resist. Have no fear. Instead, love these changes. Be open and curious. Call on the goddess Annie to embody her power. Remember, she could effortlessly shift from one form to another and move between worlds without consequences. Trust. That's the energy that came out. Trust that whatever you're bumping up against will dissolve through your willingness to simply be with what is and allow the magic to reveal itself. 28. So this is card number 1. Right? And when you break down 28, it's card number 10. Break it down again, that's card number 1. So 10, you break it down, that's an ending for a new beginning. There's something new. There's a new fortune coming. I'm going to read card number 28. It says, when the Hindu goddess, like, I can't say the name, so I'm just going to show it to the camera. If you can see that. Yeah? Comes to visit, she heralds a celebration of your purpose, wisdom and compassion, prosperity. All your experiences and all your skills are rich with meaning and purpose. As a result, you can expect to see evidence of this wealth in the world around you. You have the ability right now to create great success in your life, and what you have to offer has exalted value. The goddess of luck and prosperity says it's time to share your good fortune with others, and she will show you how it multiplies when you apply gratitude, praise and commitment to serve. If it's material success you intend, you shall co-create it. If it's a rich relationship, life, you will attract and develop it. You are a magnet for miracles. Nothing is out of reach when the goddess comes calling. Alignment message. Have you ever fallen prey to the idea that someone might take away what's yours? Or perhaps you think someone else's success or happiness means there will be less for you. You might not be conscious of this, but you feel that there is not enough to go around, not enough love, not enough money. You worry about growing old, missing out and struggling for the resources you misperceive as limited. You might also feel misery and stingy, afraid to share in the case there will not be enough left. The goddess says this kind of thinking must go if you want to live a rich and vibrant life. Your alignment task is to stop and be mindful of the direction of your thoughts and refrain them to focus on what you truly intend. Repeat this mantra: what is mine will not go past me. When you feel the green gremlin of envy creep into your heart, bless the other person and say, that which I desire is also for me. Your true limitations are only what you set for yourself. Don't let your conditioned mind and faulty beliefs rule your life. Break free. That's that setting, that new memories that I was speaking of. It doesn't have to be your destiny just because it was something you saw growing up or something that happened 5, 10, 15 years ago. You set your own memories as of today. The world is unlimited if you let yourself open up to the wealth of your imagination. So anything you set your mind to, anything it is that you want to do going forward, it's almost like the Most High saying, He's put a brand new beginning right in front of you, but you're not taking it. You're not taking it due to the fear of leaving your comfort zone that you've probably been in for X, Y amount of years. But it's a karmic cycle. It's a karmic cycle that you're attached to. So I'm just getting a tarot. Alright, I had to step away for quite a while, so it's like this reading's just not meant to come out, but it's coming out. I'm gonna upload it as soon as. But previously, it's like I'm putting myself back into the energy of the reading now, so I'm gonna kind of recap. But I've got an Empress energy here. Sorry, 1 minute. I've got Empress energy who's fearing stepping into her warrior energy, fearing in upgrading herself through fear of change, through fear of removing herself out of a comfort zone that's not comfortable, that's not truly comfortable. There's an overbearing, overpowering Emperor energy. But this stems deeper than just this X. This goes back to childhood. This goes back to a father figure. Whoever the father figure was for this Empress. Somewhere along the line there was a break of trust due to repeated cycles, I feel like this Emperor is already in a third party situation. This is a karmic cycle. Separation is here because growth needs to happen. I mean, you're both Emperor and both Empresses, so you're both got that ability, that drive within you, but for some reason it's causing a stagnation. How I even picked up on this energy, if you've been watching it from the beginning, is there some form of blockage for this Empress? But this is why the separation has come about. The reason why the separation has come about is because this Empress needs to step into this warrior energy, come out of this fear energy, step into her warrior energy, and face this karmic cycle to close it all up. So I just got distracted, but from the beginning of the reading, since I've been doing it since this morning till now, it's now coming into the afternoon, well into the afternoon. This Empress needs to seek refuge, and within that refuge, literally, within that refuge, is where this Empress is going to recover, is going to ascend, where she's going to be able to face this fear, that whatever this fear is of this change, she's going to be able to face those fears, come to those terms, and the cards are showing that there's going to be some kind of rekindle, reconciliation in the spring. But that's the least I believe of this Emperor's worries right now, truly. Because there's an energy here of healing issues also with children. Even a pregnancy I picked up on. I'm just recapping. So because I left the reading for such a time, I'm well in the energy, like I'm well into this energy, so I just said let me jump in with straight tarot, let me just go in with the tarot. That's the Queen of Cups, and that's in the reverse as well. So we're showing the energy, this is showing me an energy of like depression, instability, emotionally unbalanced atmosphere. of Wands. Someone needs to go no contact, no communication. I feel the energy of a lost in emotions, lost energy. I'm feeling like they don't know where they're going. Someone doesn't feel like they know where they're going to start this new beginning. Whatever they're looking for, it's almost like they can't see that light at the end of the tunnel. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Where there's will, there's a way. Where there's will, there's a way. That's the Ace of Swords. This is advice. What I'm seeing here is advice. Someone needs to go no contact in order for them to move forward in this cycle that they see no light towards. The answer is no contact. There's a matter of an emergency. That's the energy I'm feeling, and I've been feeling that energy since this morning. Every time I come out of the reading and come back into it, the energy gets stronger and stronger. Initially, if you've been watching from the beginning, there was a calmness about me. It was almost like I knew it weren't my energy. I knew full well I'm tapping into someone's energy. I can feel the anxiety going through my body. I can feel all of that, the pacing of the heart, but it just wasn't coming out in my words. Now I'm starting to feel that angst energy. I'm starting to feel the urgency. This is the card that just came out. 5. There's conflict. Someone can't see past this conflict, whatever this conflict is within themselves, with others. But the answer is no contact, no communication. King of Swords. That's that cord cutting energy. Maybe this is a decision that's going to be taken out of somebody's hand. There's only one more new beginning. In order to make this a complete cycle, there's emotions here missing. There's truth, and there's clarity, there's passion, there's ambition, like time even. The only cup that's missing here is the Ace of Cups. Somebody, it feels like an injustice that this situation has to happen. Like, it's almost like it shouldn't have been that way or this way. Almost like a wasted time, wasted energy. But nothing is wasted. Nothing is a wasted energy, wasted time. There's always a silver lining to whatever this is. But I feel like there's some kind of communication. It's this is a peaceful resolution, even though it may seem heart-wrenching. I'm feeling the word to say, like, but it's for somebody's abundance. Somebody, like I said, this is that warrior energy. It's almost like a decision that has to be made, but it's going to be made against somebody's will, almost. There's a decision that's going to be made against somebody's will. That's the Tower card that came out with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. I was clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. That's in the reverse. So there's somebody who feels that they can't do this alone. It's almost like they know what they have to do. Like I said, this is Empress energy. This Empress, I feel, is gone through something that's making her, that makes her an Empress. But these cards that came out earlier, this warrior energy and this fear energy, this Empress possesses this energy within her. But there's a huge element of fear of what's next, of what's to come with this major change. I definitely feel an energy of a real low self-esteem energy here, a kind of a depression energy, of almost having to rewind, here we go again kind of energy. That's that reversing. That's that repeated pattern cycle that I was feeling, that's coming from this Emperor energy, from childhood to present, for this Empress energy. I feel like it's definitely a marriage that this is involving. Like I said from the beginning, this is Empress and Emperor energy. But it's definitely a marriage or a relationship that's in separation right now. It feels very narcissistic, this relationship. Very karmic at this minute. Even though it may feel like a twin flame soulmate connection, change has to come in the situation. Change has to be brought to this situation, and this is the reason why this Tower moment happen. The reason why this Tower moment happen, even though there may be regret and remorse, but it's happened for a reason. Tell me more about this Tower. The Knight of Pentacles. The King of Wands. Ten of Cups. More about this Ten of Cups. Seven, yeah. So there's deception. There's deception around this family, and there's a conversation. This Seven of Swords fell right over on the heart-to-heart conversation at the bottom of the romance deck. So it shows that there's some form of deception, some form of betrayal, secrecy, kind of energy around it all. Something that somebody's refusing to see, I'm feeling. Something that somebody's refusing to see. I feel like this Empress, like I said somewhere along the line, was aware of a third party energy. Things is coming to the light in regards to that. Tell me more about this 7 of Swords energy. So we've got the 8 of Cups on the side of the moon. So that's showing that there's no emotions in this cup, to be fair. So it's just like things is coming to the light. I don't see any water. There's hardly any emotion. There's hardly any emotion. There's no cups. The only cup I see is the Page of Cups. Okay, and the 10 of Cups, but the 10 of Cups is in the reverse. So they're showing there's deception around this breakup, this separation. There was things in the dark that needed to come to the light, leaving somebody very much in their head with a decision that they're forced to maybe have to make right now. Having to take a pause. That's the Death card here. Yeah, having to take a pause. And how to rebuild this tower, rebuild their foundation, rebuilding their life again. Away from this conflict I'm feeling. I feel like someone's hoping to reconcile, but you have to put yourself first. And if you're in danger to the need that you have to put yourself in a safe place. I mean, I've been, from the moment I finished the reading yesterday, the one open, honest communication, I've been tapped into the energy, in this energy of this Empress, without even knowing what this storyline was even going to be about. I just knew that there was a calling towards this, whoever this Empress, this mother energy was. And from the moment I tapped in, and I got into the reading, and I realized what this was about, it's like I can't tap out of this Empress's energy. There's a warning here for somebody, whoever may listen to this reading. There's a need here for somebody to seek refuge, seek solitude within your refuge. Isolation right now is needed. That hermit energy is needed right now. You need to get in touch with your intuition. You need to move away from what you've always known, from your familiar. And it may be somewhere that you know nothing about, but that's where your new beginning is going to begin. With the Fortune card that came out, that's where your new beginning is going to be. Tread lightly. The crown's on the floor. Pick up your crown and go to where it is that you need to go in order for your safety. And if I'm talking to an Empress that's carrying a child at this time, for the safety of yourself and your unborn child. For an Empress, that mother energy, for the safety of yourself and your children, to rebuild the bond between you and your children. Going back to the first reading that I pulled the Empress's energy from. Energies here of remorse. Someone's sitting very much in. This is where the emotion's coming in now. The only emotion here is emotions of remorse, resent, crying over spilt milk energy, coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of energy. Hoping that it could be better if we go try one more time kind of energy, resisting the ending to whatever this is, resisting going off to that peaceful place. Someone's hoping for that peaceful resolution with whosoever this Emperor energy is, not understanding that you're each other's blockage right now. You need to be separated in order to grow. Do the healing that you, especially, well, I'm just tapping into the Empress's energy right now. But Twin Flame came out. possibility. Either way, there's healing that needs to be done. Forgiveness needs to be had in the situation for self and for others. And that's a process. This takes going back. All I see is the zero here. I just see zero from this card. This goes back. This stems back from childhood. It takes healing childhood issues in order to heal your current issues, if that makes sense. And it's to do with this Emperor energy. But someone has to move away in order to get to that peaceful mind, that peace within themselves independently. That's what I got from the Nine of Pentacles card that came out earlier. What about this? Someone just feels beaten down. That's the word I'm getting to him right now. Someone feels beaten down by all that's taken place. But someone's got it in them to do this. Against the odds. I'm hearing against the odds. It's about picking yourself up from this energy. Pick yourself up from this energy. And put yourself into this energy. Put on your armor, I'm here. Put on your armor. It's not necessarily behind you. It's not all behind you right now. Someone's very much in whatever this feels like a burden to someone, whatever this heaviness is, someone's very much in it. And that's what someone's needing to start this new beginning for. This is why somebody needs to get to that safe place where they can focus, recharge peacefully without all whatever this eggshell living was. That's the Empress. The Empress is the one that's in this energy. That's resisting this change, I feel. Wish upon a star, number 3 again. 3 wishes, and the number 3 just came out. The Empress is wishing upon a star right now. The Empress is looking at the hurt and the betrayal, wanting to heal from it all. Heal from the toxicity. This is the Devil card, but it's in the reverse. So hoping to move away from it all. The addictive behavior, the codependency. The toxicity in all of this, whatever all of this is, this is what the Empress's wish is. Wish upon a star. Tell me more about the energy of this Empress. Hoping, it's almost like someone's hoping someone comes along and be that knight in shining up. Someone's really living in that fairy tale kind of enchanted energy within their wishes, maybe not in their reality. The reality is one thing, but what they wish for is that happy ever after. But someone's entrapped, like an imprisonment energy. That's it goes back down to the King of Swords energy. I feel like maybe there's a decision here that someone's had to make forcibly. Someone's had to go into refuge, had to be pulled away from all that they know, because they were too comfortable within their comfort zone in all of this heavy energy. So this energy is what's making me feel like that. Somebody is this feels like the Emperor's energy. This doesn't feel like the Empress's energy. I feel like something's now caught up on somebody. Number 9, 9 years, 9 months, 9 weeks. Because there's truth that's come out about this Queen of Wands. Truth has come out about this Queen of Wands. Maybe with the things that was accumulated between the Emperor and this third party, this Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's falling over the Nine of Swords energy. It's a regretful energy. I feel like this Emperor is in a regretful energy. That's the four of Wands. 4 of Coins, 4 of Wands, 7 of Cups. It's a regretful energy. There's the Queen of Pentacles in the obstacle position, falling onto the Nine of Swords, sorry. So it's almost like this Emperor, I feel like this Emperor could be either imprisoned by force because of whatever the situation is with this Empress. It got out of hand, I feel. And now this Empress is forced to have to move away. Or it could be that this Emperor is in his head for whatever this Tower moment was about. There's a regretful energy in regards to this third party energy. This Queen of Wands energy. With the options that they chose. With the options that they chose. Empty cups. Empty promises, empty emotions. No passion, no peace. I'm just looking at the Queen and the King of Pentacles. They're both in the reverse. Both in the reverse, so they both got their back against each other. So within this union, because we've got a couple, Emperor and Empress, and then we've got the same couple here again, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, third party energy, constant throughout the reading. This Empress, not Empress, this Queen of Wands keep coming up. This juggling energy, see, Two of Pentacles, this juggling energy. I feel like whatever it is over now. This is that young female that came out earlier in the reading. That's the young female energy, that same fire energy, I feel like. But it was short term. It was short term. That's the card also that came out. Maybe that was the union. Maybe this was the wedding. Maybe this was the marriage outside of your connection. Third party energy again. I feel like the Queen of Wands can also be highly intuitive also. But I don't feel like her intentions are pure. This card fell in, the High Priestess fell on in the obstacle position for me. I call this the obstacle position, neither upright nor reverse, obstacle. and it fell over in the area of the Ice King, the remorse and all that on top of that. So there's remorse, it's either it's ill intention, bad intentions, but there was no pure intentions within the situation for whatever her part within this reading is. What's this Queen of Wands intention? Coffin. This is the intentions of the Queen of Wands towards the Empress. And it's flew right over on adaptability, that new beginning. It says endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberations and transition. Tell me more about the intentions of this Queen of Wands towards this Empress. It's falling onto the Wealth card. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you need. Exactly what you want. So gratitude is bliss, or gratitude bliss. Healing heart. So someone has to step into this fire energy. Someone has to ignite that fire that's within them. Somebody's feeling low energy right now, and in regards to this reading and the heaviness I feel of this reading, I understand the low energy you feel, but you have to also understand that there's help out there. There's help out there that can help you regain your strength, your confidence, recover from whatever this is about. Rebuilding that foundation, rebuilding that tower again. Now is the time. Look at your options that you've got out there in order to bring that peace of mind to yourself, to your family, that healing energy. This card wants to come out, didn't get a question. Palm tree. Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. I'm here. Someone's endured enough. Enough is enough. Now is the time to end whatever this is and grow, balance yourself within. Whatever this depression is, get a grip of it. I'm hearing, and not in a negative way, in an uplifting way, in a way of. I always say, as it is above, so it is below. So if the doctors tell you that you've got a depression, whatever it may be, I always say, what about above? There's a spiritualness behind this. And what is that spiritual side trying to show you? For me, healing whatever this depression is, spiritually is the fastest way for me. And I do that through writing, through music, through my tarot. There's a reason for all that's going on. You just have to be observant enough to pay attention to what the signs are showing you. But deep in your heart of hearts, I always say you have to be honest to yourself. We all know what it is that's nudging us. So if we see a familiar pattern, it's not because we're just seeing it. We kind of somewhere in our subconscious understand that it stems from a foundation somewhere along the line, depending on what the pattern is. And in this situation, it stems to an emperor, a fatherly energy. That energy is what needs to be healed right now. Because resentments are being built up, and it's being brought around the people that you care for and that's around you, and it's affecting them, I should say. It's affecting the people that's around you and that you're caring for. Alright, let me pull a postcard. So it says, dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle towards your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move, say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision, and take that one step towards the gods for us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news and opportunities to show up as if magic. Well, we know it's really spirit and all of us moving things around for you, moving around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Take positive action towards your dreams, even if the outcome isn't exact. Even if the outcome isn't your exact fit for your agenda. It all will be, so I'm using the dark, it would all be overstood, let's just say, by spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works out? And it's gonna work out, and I feel that energy, but you just have to take that initial step, and that's facing your fears, jumping past, facing that fear head on. If the pattern says if the pattern is that you're always fearing the change, then make the change. What's the worst that can happen? Make the change. What's the worst that can happen? Make that call, the card says. That's a message from your ancestors right there. That's a message from the Most High, from the Divine. That's a message from your subconscious. A message from your higher self. Make that phone call and make the change. Whatever that phone call is that you need for that healthy change, for that healing heart, for that abundance that's waiting for you. Once you put yourself in a point where you can adapt to your new environment, because the reason's pushing for you to move away from all that you know. It's time to move away from all that you know to the unknown. And that's the unknown physically and the unknown spiritually. The unknown within yourself. Or the self-compressed. As much as I'm talking, I keep looking at this Emperor's energy. So I'm going to clear the table, I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to jump straight into the Emperor's energy and see what I can pull for the Emperor's energy. So I'm just hoping that whoever this reading resonates with, that they understand that they need to do what's best for them, for themselves and for their family. And if you're in a situation of domestic abuse in any shape or form, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, any kind of way, and you know it's affecting you in any sort of way where it's draining your energy to the point, I saw the Will card here, where somebody's lacking energy, lacking fluid, lacking water, lacking that drive to even that get up and go energy, then change needs to come about. And the last card read says make that phone call. Whatever that phone call is for you, in order to take you out of this situation, make that phone call. I feel like this is gonna end anyway, regardless. This is a situation that's gonna be divinely, because it's been looked over. Your ancestors, the Most High, is not happy. This is not a fair situation. There's no equal give and take to this situation. There's no balance to this situation. The time is now that this change comes, and it's coming. It's not that it started. You understand this? In 9 months' time, 10 months' time, a year's time, let's say from now, if you make those changes, you'll be in such a different place. Such a different place. But I'm going to leave it there. I think, actually, no, one more. I'm going to put one more advice card for this Empress. verse that says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. The choice is yours. If you want this freedom, that's your choice. It's down to you to make the decision for yourself and your family to break free from whatever this toxicity is, whatever this devil energy is, this karmic energy that's holding somebody back. It says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Again, it goes back to what I said earlier. It's about you creating your own memories, creating new memories, not just because it's something that's taken place within your past or within another generation that you must carry that through. You don't. The choice is yours. You have to know how much it is that you can persevere in this. And in regards to this reading, it's like enough is enough, and if it ain't enough for you, then the Most High is saying that enough is enough, and that end is coming to the situation for healing all around, full circle, all around healing, for not only for yourself but your children and your children's children. Alright, and I'm going to leave it there because I'm definitely just jumping in and out of this Emperor's energy right now. Definitely jumping out of this Emperor's energy. So, I just feel like I can't stop giving advice to somebody right now. So it says, moon energy. It says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Choose you. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy, sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized we've lost. Again, I'm going to say this for I think the third time. What you think was lost was yourself, and you're going to be surprised what you find within yourself when you do that healing work, that shadow work, when you put yourself in a state of isolation, solitude, when you find and seek refuge. Literally, you're going to ascend, and you're going to ascend into what I know you are. Somebody knows that there are High Priestess energy, because High Priestess energy has been trying to come out in this reading since yesterday's reading when I done open and honest communication. This Empress knows the energy she possesses, but there's an element of fear, and she's fearful of stepping into her High Priestess energy. Don't be scared. Let go, let God. Let go, let God. Bottom of the deck, wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Someone's always known that they are High Priestess energy. Step into your power. Know your truth. Know yourself. Know where it is you're heading to, but also know where it is that you're coming from. I'm going to leave it right there.